Hello everybody, welcome back to Beating the Odds. It is Saturday, December 16th, 2023, and we are back with our college football best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Beating the Odds. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, hit notification bell so you never miss a pick. We post these college football videos every single day, along with the NFL, NBA, NHL, and college basketball. We have videos up for all of those. Say definitely go check those out when you're done with this one. We're also coming off a big winning year in the MLB as well. We're after our first 15,000 subscribers, our first 10 months on YouTube. Really excited to have y'all here. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. So to recap yesterday's results, or excuse me, last week's results, we did Army Navy game. We had the under 29.5. That was a winner. And then we had the Navy plus 2.5, and we were 1 yard away from that being reality. So that's a really tough situation to be in. But overall for the year, 111 and 87 for the year, 29 and 14 on best bets. Very, very profitable. And we are getting into some of my favorite time in college football season. We got the bowls coming up, man. And bowl season is one of my favorite seasons in the entire world. And last year, it was very profitable for us last year. Last year went 25 and 11 overall in bowls and the college football playoff. Looking to replicate those results again today. And we have 5 picks today in college football. We have three free picks I'm going to give you all here on the video. We have 2 members only plays in college football. We have 8 members only plays across all other sports. You can get all those members only plays or members only best bets at zdmbets.com/picks. As a member, you get all members only plays every single day, which are our most profitable and best bet plays on a day-to-day basis. On top of that, you have a direct line to me, so any game you're considering betting, reach out to our hotline number, get a guaranteed response back about any game you're considering betting, and you get all our free picks on YouTube sent to you before these videos come out that would take advantage of early lines, early odds, like Navy under 29.5. And again, that website, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks, zdmbets.com/picks. So let's get into plays that we have today. I'm going to start with our first free play of the day. Well, first of 3 is going to be the UCLA minus 5.5 versus Boise State. So much betting these games is looking at the opt-out list and looking at the transfer portal. And this is one of those games where UCLA has more transfers, more opt-outs for the NFL draft. And the Boise State is going to be affected more by the transfer portal by anything because Taylor Green is not going to be there for Boise State. This is the biggest deal on the face of the planet. He's the heart and soul of this team. He saved them last year when Hank Bachmeier was running around with his dick in his hand and not doing anything. When he came in, Boise was a completely different team. He's not going to be there anymore. They're going to be starting a backup. And UCLA has some major guys who are sitting, top sack guys sitting, and that's a huge one just off the top. But other than that, I mean, their quarterback is playing. All their top weapons are playing. There's a run-first team, and all their stable of running backs are playing. Their entire offensive line is playing. Almost their entire defensive line is playing. I mean, they have their top guys. And Chip Kelly needs a bowl win. He needs it specifically for recruiting top-end talent for next year to end the year on a good note. I think they're going to cut up Boise State's defense, even though, because I don't think Boise defense is very good, especially when you're going against elite talent. And the UCLA defense, even though they're missing their top sack guy, is still going to be very good. The line also has moved heavily in UCLA's direction. The sharp money here is going to be on UCLA. I'm rolling with them minus 5.5. I don't like laying that much of a number, but again, given the fact that Taylor Green is not going to be playing for Boise State, this is a major loss and more than you could possibly imagine. I'm with UCLA here, minus 5.5. Next, we're going to take Jacksonville State, minus 2.5 versus Louisiana. Jacksonville State is keeping everyone in this bowl. There is no opt-outs. There are no transfers. There's nothing. This is huge in the era of the transfer portal with literally you have everyone. And listen, Rich Rod is absolutely, I love watching his teams play. Except when he was at Michigan, he was terrible. But I love watching Rich Rod's team play when he was in West Virginia. I like him here. They play so fast. There's no way to prepare for this team whatsoever, even though you have a few weeks to do it. They're a big-time run team with great skill guys and a very mobile quarterback, which is exactly what he wants. Louisiana is not exactly one that's dominant in the interior, which is what you need to disrupt them, because going from D2 to D1 or D1 AA to D1, right? The biggest difference is not the skill guys; it's the guys up front. You can look at what happened with Colorado this year, and Louisiana is not a dominant team in the interior, which means that gives a major advantage to Jacksonville State. Plus, Louisiana is losing a lot of their top guys. When you look all up and down the roster for Louisiana here, they are losing a lot of production, specifically on the defensive end. Their best linebacker, Kendrick Gant, 64 tackles, 6 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown. Not going to be playing. He's in the transfer portal. And even though it's only 1 transfer, that's a big deal for a team whose defense is not very good to begin with. The line has also gone from +2.5 to -2.5 in Jacksonville State's direction, just on that one right there. I like Jacksonville State here -2.5 versus Louisiana. And then lastly, we're going to take Appalachian State -6.5 versus Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is on their 3rd string quarterback due to transfers and injuries. Gabbert's hurt. That'll be a big deal for our side of App State. Also, their backup, who has been playing the last few games since Gabbert's been out for the season, he's transferring as well. So now you're on your 3rd string quarterback. And App State is returning just about everyone other than their number 1 running back, which is kind of a big deal because he had a lot of production this year. But as we know through the NFL, as we honestly know through college, that running backs are interchangeable. It's not, it sucks. I mean, now listen, if it's a top end running back like Derrick Henry in the NFL, honestly, a Jonathan Taylor, actually not even really Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss is balling. But there's very few running backs that are irreplaceable. And App State is going to take this bowl game very, very seriously for recruiting purposes. They've been giant killers this year. They beat JMU. They've challenged great teams. And the line has moved, like I said, heavily in App State's direction because of the transfers and the opt-outs from Miami of Ohio. App State keeping their quarterback, keeping most of their wide receivers, keeping their line, keeping their defensive line. They lost a couple defensive backs, but because Miami of Ohio is playing a 3rd string quarterback, I don't really believe that that's going to be as big of an issue as it would have been had they kept the guy who had been playing, or if Gabbert has been playing this entire year and he wasn't out for the season. This is App State all day. I like them at -6.5 here versus Miami of Ohio. Now, like I said, we do have 8 members only placed across our channel today. You get zdmbets.com/picks. We'll have in the comments below. But a quick recap: what we have UCLA -5.5 versus Boise State. We have Jacksonville State -2.5, and we have App State -6.5 versus Miami of Ohio. So let's go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow. Make sure y'all check those other videos.